Hi, welcome back. If you are new here, I am Harry. I'm a voice teacher over in New Zealand, Aotearoa, and today I'm going to react to FAOUZIA. I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. A lot of you have asked me to react to her, and this is the best live version I could find to accurately analyze her voice. So I want to see what she does with this song. It is a great song, and loads of people have been covering it recently over on TikTok. So I want to see what she kind of brings to the table with it and why everyone wants me to react to her. I'm sorry for the scarf. It is 3 degrees over here right now and absolutely freezing. So I'm just doing what I can to stay warm and happy.
I remember when I lost my mind. There was something so pleasant about that place. Even your emotions had an echo in so much space. And when you're out there without care, yeah, I was out of touch. And it wasn't because I didn't know enough. I just knew too much.
In the beginning, she started off with quite a breathy, airier tone to her voice, which is when your arytenoid muscles don't quite come together. So they are controlling the abduction and adduction of your vocal folds. And when they don't quite bring them back together, a little bit of air escapes through. So that is what gives her those more breathy qualities. When she gets to those higher notes, she really leans into them, keeping her vocal folds pretty thick while they're stretching out to get that higher pitch. And it sounds really great. It sounds strong and controlled. Doesn't sound like there's any tension there at all. She's great, and her vibrato is so strong and controlled. I love that. I'll be interested to see if she does do any kind of straight toned notes. A lot of contemporary singers struggle to keep a straight tone. I don't like keeping a straight tone. It's easier for me to use the vibrato. It comes in very naturally for me, and so like most singers, I don't feel the need to control it unless we're doing it for a musical theatre purpose or a song that really needs you to keep a straight tone on a note. Then it doesn't matter.
Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy?
Probably. Her belts are great. Once you learn how to belt and have good belting technique, doing belts like this actually aren't as hard as people think. She's still doing it beautifully. I think that pitch there is somewhere as a C, or she's C sharp somewhere up there. And it's a great sound. Like I say, there's no tension there. She is maximizing the air pressure that she has for those notes. And yeah, just really allowing her core to support her up there. There is no tension whatsoever. It's a beautiful big sound. And she's moving the mic away and really controlling it so that she's not peaking. So peaking is where you kind of get that rustly kind of sound on your microphone, and it's where there's too much air pressure hitting the microphone. So she's doing a really good job of keeping that under control. I personally really like her head flips. I think they're beautiful. She's not so far in the song used a lot of her head mix. So when we're going from our strong chest mix up to our head voice, she's kind of left out the head mix, and that may well be a stylistic choice of her, as it is for a lot of contemporary artists. When we think of Adele, we don't often hear her in her head mix, in her stronger head voice. We hear her take her chest mix up to as strong as she can go, and then she flips to her head voice. And it's not to say that these singers can't use their head mix. It's just as a stylistic choice, they prefer to use their stronger parts of their chest mix and then have their head voice as a different technique and a different sound to bring to their music. I think it's beautiful here, and she just seems to be so at ease.
And I hope that you are having the time of your life. But think twice. That's my only advice. Come on now, who do you think you are? Ha ha ha, bless your soul.
Oh, I love that so much. So ha, a ha sound or a he sound, put an H at the front of things. It really helps with getting that breath pressure up, and it helps engage your core. Ha ha ha! Do that and you should be able to feel little kind of ab movements in there, kind of tensing or clenching. It's because it's really helping to support your diaphragm and your lungs from underneath there. It is very important that we have core support in singing. Otherwise, you're more likely to end up with things like tension if your breath pressure is not being driven out in the correct way. If you're trying to reach from your throat instead of push up from your core support, then it's just not going to do you any favors. She sounds phenomenal. She has excellent control. Her vibrato is so perfect.
You really think you're in control? Well, I think you're crazy.
Sorry. Control. Did you see her mouth shape? It wasn't an O. It was an R, like a more relaxed version. You're in control. And she did a smile at the end, and it's so, so nice. She just seems to be having a good time. I love her.
I think you're crazy. I think you're crazy. Just like me. Our heroes had the heart to lose their lives out on a limb. All I remember is thinking I wanna be like them. Ever since I was little, it looked like fun.
She does do quite a few of these vocal cries at the end of her sentences to kind of come off the note. Sometimes that can be if we have extra carbon dioxide left in our lungs and we need to expel that before we take a new big breath in and carry on the song, then that has to come out at some point, and that is sometimes how that happens. It could also be a stylistic choice to add emotion, extra effect. It could just be a habit she has as a singer, and there is nothing wrong with it. It's not damaging her voice at all, and it sounds great. It's just something I'm noticing more and more towards the end of this song. Can also be kind of because of vocal fatigue. She's done a lot of belting already by this point. Either way, I don't think it's an unhealthy choice for her whatsoever. She also slides off some of the notes before. Ever since I was a little life. Sorry, got carried away. The little on there, she kind of just dropped it off the end. And that was a really nice choice to do without having to add a cry on. And because it goes down on a lower note, often we find that an easier transition to do.
But it's no coincidence I've come, and I can die when I'm done. Hey, maybe I'm crazy. Maybe you're crazy. Maybe we're crazy. Probably.
I'm sorry, I know I'm stopping a lot, but I got to see what that is. So that was up there at the E flat 5, the top note, and it was lovely. She's still doing all of this in her chest mix. A lot of singers struggle with that note. The E and E flat 5 is at the start of most females' second passage, and it is very difficult to sustain a chest mix up there. Singers that have worked on their chest mix a lot can do it, and singers with a naturally higher range like Ariana Grande, FAOUZIA seems to be doing an excellent job of it up there. Idina Menzel from musicals, so she's the voice of Elsa from Frozen and many other things. That is her moneymaker note. So when we talk about a moneymaker note, it is kind of the biggest, most incredible belt you can think of for that singer in their range. It's that one that you go, wow. The technique, I think, behind her is one that we use in musical theatre. It's one where you start belting by kind of pitched shouting something, and then you gradually extend it to hold it out as a note. So I think it's probably originated from that kind of technique, and she's done an absolutely phenomenal job. If you want to learn how to do chest belting, please do seek advice from a voice teacher near you. Our chest mix is the register where we are most likely to cause vocal strain and tension and damage. So while if you belt something out wrong once or twice, it's not going to hurt you, but if you're doing it consistently, it can lead to some problems. So please do find a professional for advice. I love her riffs. They are so accurate. She's incredible. Her pitch accuracy overall for that song was absolutely excellent. It is one of my favorite songs, and I think she did such a great job. When you are belting, the only thing I will say about this is just watch your larynx position. She's a professional singer and she can do whatever she likes. She does not need to take any advice from me whatsoever. But if you are still learning, you are only going to make things harder for yourself by raising your jaw, because it changes the position of your larynx, and your vocal folds can't stretch as easily as they can when it is in a neutral position. So that is why sometimes vocal coaches will tell you not to raise your jaw, keep a steady larynx, keep a steady jaw, things like that. It is just to benefit you and help make your life a bit easier. Thank you so much for asking me to react to this video. I love her voice and I'm going to go away and listen to more. If there's anything else you would like me to react to, please comment below and I will hopefully see you next time. Bye.